Hey guys, I'm Janet on occasion, and today I'm playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. So as you can see, I'm playing as the Skaven, and I'm against the Wood Elves. So this was actually a bit of a weird battle. It was a bit all over the place, but it did emphasise a lot of different things, sort of key strengths and weaknesses for both factions. So I want to go over that. So basically, I've got a front line. Spearmen on the sides, so just clan rats with spears and shields, because you know, got to have that melee, that missile resistance against the Wood Elves. So I've also got 3 clan rats with shields. Here I've got some night runners. Here I've got gutter runners and night runners. Gutter runners and night runners. So you know, the night runners, the gutter runners will be able to snare things, and the night runners. Is that the way around? Yeah, which one's the better ones? The gutter runners, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, the gutter runners, they can snare stuff, slow them down, and, you know, just more missile attacks, you know. They got dodge, so it's really hard to hit them. So they're really useful. So, also, got 3 units of rat ogres, all hidden at the moment. And I got a warp lightning cannon. They're led by Lord Skrolk, so obviously I'm going to be using the Liber Bubonicas to try and tank his, his lord. Also, I've got a Warlock Engineer with, Howling Warp Gale. So that way, if he does have any dragons or anything, I can pin them in place, which is really useful. I've got Deathglow Bombardiers. So these guys, I did mention in a previous video, I think they're anti-large, but they're not. They're not anti-large at all. They've just got crazy high stats. Right, so here, 72 missile damage, and explosive armor-piercing damage of 33. Like, that is nuts. So these guys, they will still, just with that high weapon strength and, armor-piercing, they will still just shred, you know, large targets, you know, like big stuff, like lords and things. They will still melt. So, although they're not technically anti-large, they basically just do a ton of damage to everything. So, you know, they still do the job. So anyway, but yeah, they're great. So just these guys, you know, throwing into the front line, it's going to hurt. Or, you know, big stuff, I can still do a ton of damage to. So, right, that's that then. So, I think that's everything. Yeah, sure, why not? So over here, so you can see loads of Glade Guard in the front. So he's went with the standard Glade Guard. Didn't need anything fancy. You know, he didn't need the the Hagbane tips or anything. Frankly, just damage. That's all you need. Because Skaven don't have a lot of armor generally. Also, he's got a Glade Lord on an Eagle, which is very cool. He's also got a load of Dryads, and the Dryads are really good. They've got magic attack, so they're really good against stuff with physical resist, which is actually what keeps most Skaven in the game. It's not their armor, it's that physical resist, and the Dryads will cut straight through that. He's also got a spell singer of beasts, so you know, Flock of Doom, stuff like that. What else has he got? Actually, he's got Whiston's Wild Form as well, so pretty cool. He's also got 2 lots of Treekin. So these guys will be hard to take out, really, in the front line. None of my front line units will be able to really do much damage to him. Also, he's got these 2 units of Wild Riders, and I think that's that. Yes, so let's speed things up. So straight away, I'm using my Warp Lightning Cannon, just sort of harass different things. You can see here, it does a ton of damage to Treekin. That physical resist doesn't help him against the Warp Lightning Cannon. So that's sort of the first thing of note, really, in this match, is, yeah, you'll do a ton of damage there. So, right, so you can see I'm moving these guys to the side. They've all got Stalk, I believe, don't they? Is it Stalk they've got? Yeah, they've both got Stalk, right? So, wait, that's not Stalk. What is it they've got? I can't tell if these guys are hidden or not. So, fire whilst moving, hide in forest. Okay, so those guys can only hide in forest. These guys, I believe, have Stalk. Yep. So he can only see the Night Runners, not the Gutter Runners. So, so that's pretty good. So over here, I will actually move my Rat Ogres to one side, just sort of, you know, prevent these guys from getting too confident. Also got, you know, my ranged unit coming out, because they will get a bit snared, get a bit slowed down, I can do some damage to them. But you can see Treekin taking a ton of damage from that Warp Lightning Cannon, which is really good for me. Done some damage to the Dryads, but yeah, this front line is going to ruin me, honestly. It's going to hurt so badly. So another ton of damage to them. So they start firing, so I actually start moving up. Because I want to get in there nice and quickly. You know, these guys will have to retreat, hopefully. Though it looks like his front line is actually going to get in front of them before I can get too close, which is a bit of a shame. So here I do actually send in, you know, my skirmishers into the side to try and deal with some of their archers. But you can see they are very accurate, so even with, you know, dodge and everything, like, they still do get a few hits in. Here I was really dumb, actually. I completely just missed the fact that these guys were running straight through here. So that was pretty stupid. I mean, look at this. So I don't know what I was doing. I was doing something over here, I guess. But you can see I'm taking a load of damage in my front line, like a lot of it. So he's getting right in here. That's going to hurt. But you can see, you know, these Deathglow Bombardiers, they do a fair bit of damage to him. Unfortunately, they just get attacked. That's really expensive for me. So this was dumb. This was dumb. Wild Riders, very good at dealing with this stuff. So that's another thing of note. So over here, right, these guys I think are finally doing something. Yeah, there's some Wild Riders stuck here, so when I was telling them to attack them, they were attacking the ones over here, which is really irritating. So they will be, you know, moving, try and do something useful. So over here, I wasn't doing well in the ranged fight, so I just sent the Gutter Runners and the Night Runners in melee, and actually they just tear Glade Guard to pieces. So that's great, and they will just be throwing shurikens and things as they're, you know, dotting from one to the other, so they're still going to do a ton of damage to everybody. So Gutter Runners and Night Runners are just fantastic. Unfortunately, my front line is just in ruins right now. So Lord Skrolk, luckily he's doing okay, same with the Warlock Engineer. Still some Treekin in here and here, so that's a bit of a nuisance. But, you know, spawning more guys to come and help me. So keeping pressure on, keeping a lot of targets for them. So here, nice Warp Lightning will come down, do a bit of damage, but not really. It wasn't a great hit, honestly. But I send my my Rat Ogres in here, because the Rat Ogres will tear Dryads to pieces. Oh, those are actually Wild Riders. Anyway, so I've torn them to pieces. So here now, he's really injured, so I use Howling Warp Gale and get my ranged units back on him. I think I'd used Liber Bubonicus on him, and it basically killed him. So now I just want to finish him off. So you can see there, just on that Eagle, like these guys can do a lot of damage to him. He's not going to last. So yeah, another very useful thing of note. Howling Warp Gale, really not good, because Lord's squishy. So he's not going to last much longer. So here, massive blob now. I think I get these back online at some point. Maybe not. Well, anyway, I get these guys back. So they're going to charge in again. So yeah, a lot of fleeing units. So you see the front line engagement, not great for Skaven, but Skaven have got enough other tools to be able to deal with things. And the Rat Ogres, using them as like a front line force, they will smash a lot of stuff that is really good at dealing with, you know, with clan rats and you know, and the like. So it's pretty useful, actually, just having a lot of Rat Ogres in this situation. And they're nice and quick, so you can get them on archers and things, but they are very prone to missile damage, so you've got to watch out for that. So here, still trying to deal with me with the Wild Riders, but that's not really working. So the Glade Lord only broke it, didn't actually manage to kill it there, which, yeah, pretty lucky for him. So, down in this fight, you can see my Warlock Engineer finally ran, which is odd, because he's got a lot of health, but yeah, he's routing for some reason. So, still spawning more guys in here. Basically, the thing with Skaven is, with Lord Skrolk anyway, or any, you know, sort of plague priest or anything, you can just keep spawning more rats for them to deal with. So it just takes them so long to win the frontline engagement, even though their units will tear through them. So here I had the... oh, okay, that's that then. So I had the Bombardiers fight, you know, throwing their globes at the... I guess globes, right? Is that right? Yeah, throwing their globes. They're Globadiers. They throw globes. Anyway, I had them throwing globes at the Treekin. Just ruins the Treekin, because, you know, they don't get the benefit of their physical resist. So same thing with the Warp Lightning Cannon. You know, there's a lot of magic attacks on both sides, to be honest, and a lot of physical resist on both sides. So it's quite interesting to see how it all fits together. So as you can see, a few mistakes were made, but, you know, it worked. Because, yeah, Skaven are pretty good at this. But if we look, you know, the Wild Riders, they did great. They shut down some really high-value targets, sort of nice and early, and, yeah, they're pretty good. Also, the Archers, they just got torn to pieces. I think that was too many Archers, because although they're really useful, you know, just having some Glade Guard and things to sort of take out sort of Rat Ogres and things like that, they spent the entire time shooting the Gutter Runners, and I was dodging most of those shots, and they're very quick, and they can net. So, once I got in the back line, I was just killing them all in melee, sort of with my skirmishers, which is very dangerous. Gutter Runners and Night Runners, they're not just skirmishers, you know, they can do a lot of damage once you send them in, so gotta really be careful, I think, as the Wood Elves for that. Also, you know, imagine like if I just had all my Rat Ogres around the back as well. I was more keen just to throw them in the front line, sort of once his cavalry had run off, you know, and start doing damage to all those Dryads, because the Dryads, you can see, perform pretty well. Certainly better than my front line. Look at my front line, did terribly. Luckily, I just kept replacing them with more units, kept spawning more, which is pretty great. Treekin didn't actually perform particularly well. I mean, they did okay, but like, Treekin are never big killers, is the thing. So, you know, I suppose they did their job, right? They held that front for a long time. But the Skaven do have tools to really mess these guys up. So yeah, I mean, they got shut down, to be honest, the tools I'd use. So, but it still didn't really help, because yeah, the Rat Ogres just got in there and killed all the Dryads. So it's pretty novel. So guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.